On December 12, 2025, something tore out of the dark. An automated telescope in Ireland was monitoring the moon when a sharp, violent flare erupted. We witnessed a lunar impact in real time, and the footage is honestly unnerving. It's not just a flicker on a monitor, it's the vacuum's physics laid bare. A pebble no bigger than a marble drifted through cold space at 35 kilometers per second and punched into lunar dust. With no atmosphere to slow or scorch it, that kinetic energy didn't burn away. It erupted as a burst of superheated plasma. We were plowing through the debris of 3200 Phaethon, a rock comet slowly coming apart in the deep. It's a warning. As we dream up bases in that silent gray powder, we're realizing we're moving into a cosmic firing range. Today, we'll unpack the December 12th event and why the moon is far more hazardous than we've admitted. To grasp why that flash near Langrenus is so disturbing, look past the light and stare at the numbers. I'm not usually a fan of bare equations, but in a void, math is what's real. On Earth, we think in terms of weight and impact. Toss a pebble, it bounces. Drop a marble, it rolls. In space, weight is a lie. Velocity rules. The projectile that hit on December 12th was moving 35 kilometers per second. For scale, a rifle bullet is roughly 1 kilometer per second. This shard moved 35 times faster. At that regime, our everyday physics stops applying. When it struck, it didn't merely thud, it underwent impact vaporization. Imagine the kinetic energy of a speeding car squeezed into something the size of a grape at the instant it meets rock. That energy must go somewhere. It happens so quickly the stone can't even fragment, it converts directly into heat and light. What chills me is the absence of fire. We see a flash and think explosion, but there's no oxygen to feed flames. What we witness is a burst of plasma. For a millionth of a second, the impact point becomes a tiny star, gas so hot it glows with a blinding brilliance, visible 250,000 miles away, unfolding in absolute silence. No air shock, no boom, just matter flipping into light. Earth's air is a shield. It snags these micro bullets and burns them into wish trail meteors. The moon is naked, no filter. Every grain and stray pebble has a straight shot to bedrock. That's the physics, but there's another layer. Most lunar hits are random wanderers aged by millions of years. This one felt different, less like chance, more like a pattern. When researchers traced the incoming path, the story shifted from simple physics to something haunting. This wasn't any rock, it was a ghost fragment. It belonged to the Geminids. Unlike standard showers from icy, dirty snowballs of the outer solar system, these hail from 3200 Phaethon. Phaethon is a rock comet, a 5-kilometer chunk on a brutal orbit that skims nearer the sun than nearly any named asteroid. At perihelion, it gets hot enough to melt aluminum. It seems like Phaethon is a victim of its path. Plunging into solar furnace, its surface doesn't just soften, it shatters, cracking and popping under thermal stress, leaving a ribbon of spectral debris in space. The flash was the moon driving through that shrapnel. Timescale? A grain circling the sun for eons, enduring 1,000 hot passes, erased in a millisecond on gray dust. Some suspect Phaethon is a dead comet. Others argue it's an odd asteroid failing under solar heat. Either way, it makes you wonder what else hides in that stream. If we're seeing live impacts now, the debris may be denser than models suggested. If the moon's standing in a firing ring, we must ask, what about the people we're sending there? Here's what keeps me up. We're in a new space race. We're not just staring through scopes, we're going back. NASA's Artemis plans and other nations' habitats aren't about flags and footprints. We intend to build. We intend to stay. But after watching a live strike near Langrenus, those blueprints look different. On Earth, we prepare for weather, rain, wind, storms. On the moon, weather is a constant, invisible rain of micrometeoroids you never see coming. We talk about the moon as an eighth continent, but continents sit beneath thick shields of air. The moon has none. Every marble-sized stone we discussed is a potential habitat killer. Some say the risk is manageable. The moon is vast, bases are small. But others point out the overlooked threat: secondary impacts. In low gravity, an object slamming in at 35 kilometers per second launches ejecta, curtains of razor dust and rock shards. With no air drag, they can travel miles, racing like supersonic shrapnel along the horizon. You could be far from ground zero and still take a hit. The psychological toll is real. Imagine living under a dome, knowing that, without warning or sound, a stray Phaethon fragment could punch through your roof. It makes the dream of colonization feel fragile. Are we ready to live where the dark throws bullets? Or are we just arrogant enough to think we can out-engineer the drift? Every flash we record is a survival data point, and a reminder the universe doesn't care about our schedules. It moves on. We're settling in a neighborhood bombarded for 4 billion years, and it isn't stopping because we arrived. Maybe that's the price of becoming multiplanetary, learning to live in the crosshairs. In the end, the Langrenus flare is one tiny event in an indifferent cosmos. The moon has taken hits like this for eons, and will long after we're gone. But for a few December frames, we were connected to that violence, the void brushing something tangible. We often underestimate the quiet, but the moon isn't a dead rock. It's a scarred witness that has spent ages shielding us from the same drift that made this scar. The dark is starting to give up its secrets. We're left with a troubling spark in the endless night, a beautiful, terrifying reminder of the firing range we call home. If this look at our restless moon moved you, subscribe and leave a like so we can keep our eyes on the horizon. To help us venture deeper into the unknown, you're always welcome to join our community. Until next time, keep looking up. The silence is never as empty as it seems.